Gene Burnett moonwalking back into place here for another Tai Chi video. Hey, I thought we'd talk today a little bit about the difference between, or the similarities between, what I would call like the whipping strike and what I call the kind of the washing machine strike. There's a lot of emphasis in Tai Chi on whipping strikes, where the body is completely relaxed and then the strike whips out of the body. So it could be sideways, it can be like whipping out of the body like that. So you start it in your leg, and then the leg pushes and the waist and hip turns, and that turns the spine, and then it whips it out to the target. And some people train to be very, very, very relaxed and soft, so that just comes shooting out of nowhere and into the target. I think it's great temple work. It's great to study a punch and feel every second of it and get out of its way on that side of it, but hold structure behind it, and so that as much of your force as possible lands in the target. There are people who can be incredibly loose and relaxed and just whip a strike out there that is very strong and very powerful. Muhammad Ali was fantastic at it when he was young, when he keeps his hands at his waist and just snaps these jabs out. But he never knocked anybody out with one of those. So the thing about the whip strike to me is there are some downsides. One is that you need to have your ducks in a row. And that may take like that long to feel that, and that's too long, at least a second too long. Real fighting happens so fast, and there's so many changes. It's so chaotic and messy and sweaty and adrenalized and nuts. I'm not talking about sport fighting or dueling here. I'm talking about self-defense. To think that you can get your ducks in a row and then whip that perfect strike to a specific place and time. Okay, try it against mobile pads. The minute they pull that pad out, the strike comes from you to the pad. See if you can do that. It's really hard. If you don't punch anything but air, it's amazingly hard to hit a solid target that's moving, because you're used to not having a sweet spot. You don't even know where the sweet spot is. But when you hit a pad, you hear it, and it does not lie. If you hit it square, you get this beautiful sound. If you don't, you don't. So the whipping strike to me has an advantage in that you don't see it coming. It's just go. But is a disadvantage in that it's not going to be a knockout blow. You need to get your ducks in a row, and it's difficult to do in the heat of the moment because of the time it takes to do that. If you haven't pressure tested it, I recommend it. If you think it's going to work under pressure just because you've been hitting air a lot, try it under pressure and see if you can do it, because it ain't easy. A lot of the people who teach and preach this, these old master guys, I've never seen them do it against an unpredictable mobile target. They get all their ducks in a row and then, and out it goes. But against someone who's doing this and coming at them really fast and hard, I don't see it. I'm waiting. Now the other kind of strike is the one that I prefer for just actual use, and that is, I call it the washing machine strike. It's similar kind of a whip, but there's more tension throughout the body. There's more tension going on there, and out of that, that's what you express through. The tension's already there, and then boom, it comes through like that. So if I'm sitting really calmly and I go strike with a whip, as opposed to sitting with a little bit of tension in my body and do it that way, I feel much better with that second one, right? The disadvantage is you've got some tension in your body, and if you don't balance that with the right amount of relaxation, you can get caught off guard. You can be too tight in here when things are happening fast. So you want to try to find a balance. So just a few thoughts on the different whip versus this is like the washing machine. I kind of prefer that one for actual use because it hits harder and heavier and it's got more mass to it. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of thing, or visit geneburnett.com for more about me and the stuff I do. Thanks.